Now you're friends with a lot of comedians. How did that come about? Did you meet a couple people and then?
Yeah, over the years, I mean, comedians are human beings, and therefore they like music. And I'm a human being who likes to laugh. So eventually, I started becoming friends with people in New York, like David Cross and Todd Barry, and people in that world, and then started meeting some other LA people, Paul F. Tompkins, and my friend Amy Mann, who's also kind of comedy adjacent musician. Then she and I started working together, and then we started doing variety shows where
So
we
did
could
you
invite
meet Amy
comedians.
through the comedy
I did,
community?
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
interestingly, yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. We had mutual music friends for years, but really never actually crossed paths. It was comedians who brought us together.
That's
yeah.
funny. I was at one of your crazier shows, the Blackout show in New York City.
New York.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, you were there.
Yeah.
Wow. Was that 2003?
Yeah, probably.
Something like that, summer of 2003, outside at South Street Seaport. We were setting up to sound check, and the power went out, and it was pretty obvious immediately that the power went out.
Whole city.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't know the whole city, but certainly in the immediate area. And we were very close to 2001 at that point, and there was a little bit of shakiness as to like what is going on.
Yeah.
Cars just started stopping from the stage at South Street Seaport in Manhattan. Behind you is Brooklyn, is the river in Brooklyn, and in the other direction is the overpass of the FDR, and then into the financial district. Cars just started piling up and stopping on the FDR, and nobody knew what was going on. People were pouring out of office buildings.
I remember.
Eventually, word came down that there was a big blackout, and we were just sitting there waiting. Maybe the power was going to come back on. Eventually, the power did not come back on, but there was a mobile Starbucks truck at the other end of like the plaza, and the guy who was running it came up and he was like, "Hey, I requested this gig because I'm a fan, and so I figured I could work and see you guys play. And I mean, I don't know if it would help, but we have like generators on the truck for like their Frappuccino machines and stuff, So like, yeah, pull it up. So he pulled the truck up, and we broke down the PA and made a smaller version of it and ran it off of the Starbucks truck and actually played what was probably the only electrified event in the city that night.
All the electricity.
Yeah, and
music
it was funny because the blackout happened before most people had arrived at the show.
Yes.
So
It was a weird combo.
Yeah, so most of the people who were actually at the show, hopefully other than yourself, were just people who sort of wandered down because they were like, sound, like something's happening.
It's people in suits for the financial district.
Exactly. Yeah. But it was a singular event for sure.